So now we're going to do the head and arm triangle from the mount. All right, it's one of the first positions that I'll go for from the mount because it's really high percentage and it's pretty easy to do. But especially if you can hit all the details. Okay, so when I'm in the mount, what I'm going to do is I grab his chin. All right, or if I have the gi on, I'll grab like his shoulder, the fabric. But for now, we'll just grab the chin, and we either have our legs locked like a guard, or we have them grapevine. Never keep your head in line with his head because he'll roll you, right? So when I come here, I gotta drive my shoulder into his face, always like a lot of face pressure, and my head goes to 2 o'clock on the ground. This makes it so he can't roll me this way, and also so he can't roll me this way because his neck is twisted. What I'm gonna do with my right arm is I'm gonna go under his elbow like this. Usually their arm will be like out, and they're like, you know, trying to like push, or they're trying to like go on your hips, right? So I just swing my arm under, my head's at 2 o'clock, and what I'll do is I'll alternate between pushing the floor away and hopping through. Okay, pushing the floor away and hopping through. Now, it's very important that I don't go above his elbow, because if I do, he'll just, put the arm all the way back in. He just swims, right? So, look, when I'm here, I push the floor away, I hop through in a semicircle, right? So I push the floor, I hop through, I push the floor, full tricep extension, I hop through, I push the floor until my left hand catches his armpit and my right hand catches my elbow. I use that to like push my head to the other side, and as soon as my head gets to the other side of his elbow, I'm going to drop it to the ground really quick, like this. My head goes right to his shoulder, and it's going to turn the corner like this to lock his arm into the right position that I want. So it turns the corner. I put my right hand under my left. My left hand is, my wrist is up like I'm looking at my watch. I go palm to palm here. My head is curled in. Now I'm going to do leg work to get off of him. All right. So when I'm here, I'm going to go like this. I'm going to swivel my left leg, my left shin around. I'm going to hook his thigh. I'm going to push away, go flat. And now here's where the details are important. I can't just like squeeze. What I have to do is I have to push out even farther. Push my head in. Then, after I push my head in, what I want to do is I want to motorcycle my hand, like you're like revving the throttle of a motorcycle. It causes his head to lift off the ground. So I motorcycle my hand, and then I'm going to start walking away to him flat, just completely flat. And then he taps out. If you're doing it right, the tap out's real quick. If you haven't done the other steps, like really, with a lot of precision, then it may take longer. You may be walking like really far, so always try to finish it without walking away too far from him. Other thing, my shoulder is underneath his chin, right? It's kind of like, it's like a noose, right? If you have someone that's getting hung, you don't want the noose around the teeth because it's not going to really choke them. So whether it's your forearm is part of the noose, your bicep, your forearm, your shoulder, it's all part of the noose that it's making up. So all of it has to be, around the neck, nothing over the mouth. So if he's not going out quick enough, it's probably because your shoulder is like on his chin or on his teeth, trying to get it under the chin. So again, I'm here. I have his chin. I'm driving his head to 2 o'clock. I start walking underneath his arm. I will alternate between pushing the floor away, hopping, pushing the floor away, hopping, pushing the floor away, hopping, until my left hand catches his armpit and my right hand catches my own elbow. I can stay here, I'll fight, get to the other side. As soon as I do, head goes to the ground. And my head turns the corner here to lock his arm into place. From this position, I chop my right hand under. All right? I'm going to do leg work. I don't just like step like this because it'll put me in half guard. Right? And then I have to fight out of that. So I do a quick leg work. My knee stays on the ground, my left leg swivels out. I push away and I go flat. I'm going to push my head into his, taking out any slack. I'm going to flex my wrist like this so his head lifts off the ground, and then I'm going to slowly start to walk away. We'll tap out. Anybody have any questions?